Hey the Ramblers Rovers, I am Miguel and we are in the historic city of Guanajuato, Mexico, here in the Bahia region of Mexico's Central Highlands. Guanajuato is this vibrant, colorful, very culturally vibrant city here in Mexico. It is one of the top attractions in the center of the country, including other great destinations such as San Miguel de Allende, Querétaro, and Guadalajara, from where I just came from. So I took a BlaBla car from Guadalajara all the way out here, and it dropped me right at the westernmost edge of the city. Gracias, gracias.
Vamos a ir a la callejoneada del día de hoy, callejoneada 8:15 de la noche. Desde Guanajuato, no se lo pierdan, capital.
Excelente, gracias.
Adiós.
Guanajuato is one of the most vibrant cities here in Mexico. Very, very colorful, as you can see. Those people are dressed up as students from like the colonial age, so they do the traditional callejoneadas here in the city of Guanajuato, which means that they take their mandolins, go around the city, you know, uniting people with under the banner of their music, and going around the tight alleyways that are very characteristic of Guanajuato, as well as the tunnels through which there's one of the entrances. So we actually just arrived here in Guanajuato on a BlaBla car. If you guys don't know BlaBla car, it's this ride-sharing app where you pay the driver a part of the expenses for the trip in exchange to going somewhere. If you don't want to hitchhike, this is a really good alternative, and if you really want to plan like a trip a little more, this really helps. And especially if you're on a shoestring budget, kind of like how I am. And oh my God, what a beautiful, beautiful church here. There's just so many of these beautiful structures here. So I took this BlaBla car and it dropped me at the westernmost edge of the city, and I have to go all the way through the central to the other side of the city. So I thought, what an amazing opportunity to show you some of the sights. I give you some of my first impressions of this vibrant city. So as Guanajuato is the host city for the yearly Cervantino Festival, the equivalent of the Shakespearean Festival in Spanish-speaking countries, Miguel de Cervantes, the author of El Quijote, is considered to be on par with Shakespeare. He wrote some of the most famous plays from the golden age of Spanish literature. So of course this city is the sister city to Ashland, Oregon, where you have the Shakespearean Festival in the US. There's actually a mural in another part of town here. So I just want to say that, like, as a writer myself, I just feel very much at home here. Everything is just very much literary themed. There's like bookstores all over. Guanajuato is characterized by these tight alleyways and streets, kind of similar to San Miguel de Allende, which is only maybe like an hour and a half away from here. So just this city, although it's not too big, everything's just perfect walking distance. There are some hills, so you better come prepared with some of your hiking boots or your tennis shoes to make it up some of these steep slopes. It helps to be reasonably fit. Right now I'm having a bit of a hard time because I have the pack on me. I'm just walking all the way to the other end of the city, but still able to get to experience and see all of these magnificent streets and just kind of get like the first sights in. First impressions, very tranquil. You know, like I don't really feel like tense here, anything like that. People here tend to be like on the younger end of like the age spectrum. Maybe because it's a university town. Of course, the University of Guanajuato is one of the most famous universities throughout Mexico, and very colorful, very clean, taken care of, with tons of little nooks and crannies all around, everything from eateries to small shops. People seem to be very nice here from like what I've been seeing so far. And there's just like so many places like this where you can just come and explore and find like a place to have a beer or buy a book, or maybe a little cafe to do some of your writing or practice an art. So I think it's gonna be a happy stay here. So we're coming up on the Basilica of Our Lady of Guanajuato right here in the background, one of the most iconic sites, which is viewable from all over the city, especially when you're going up the hills to these different viewpoints. This is a place of wide plazas, manicured gardens, and colorful buildings with all kinds of nooks and crannies in them. Everything from souvenir stands to, oh my god, I can even smell like tacos and like gorditas already, to, you can always get a drink. Yeah, this is just such a fun little bohemian city here in central Mexico. This is just such a beautiful church. It's very much done in the style of the region here in El Bajío, which is characterized by very elaborate facades. It is just so fresh here. There is a bit of a breeze right now, and it is absolutely amazing after spending a month on the Jalisco coast in the middle of a tropical heat wave. So this is a nice, refreshing change from like other parts of Mexico right now for the summer. It's actually quite perfect to come here for that time. So we're walking along the Jardín de la Unión with the mariachi music here in the background, with all the little restaurants over here. We're passing the little gazebo here, and we're going alongside the famous Teatro Juárez here in the back, Juárez Theater. So I am actually quite surprised at how many things. Here's another beautiful church. You know, can't throw a rock without hitting a church here. I am just blown away by the amount of life in Guanajuato, and this is just like a Thursday afternoon in the middle of like the low season here. So I mean, you can just imagine the chaos that ensues if you're here for the actual Cervantino festival. If you're in your 20s, this has got to be one of the best places to be here in Mexico, considering its heavy university heritage. Everything here is just kind of geared towards like that group of people. You have all your snacks. You can get your churros here, including your stuffed churros, stuffed with chocolate, Nutella, anything you want. Your aguas frescas. Just a little bit of everything for everyone. Well, this is a little interesting tidbit of historical information. So down this alley, the Mexican insurgent army came down to take the city right after they began the independence movement. So Father Miguel Hidalgo, at the head of the rebel army, came down here, down towards that way, to take the Alhóndiga de Granaditas, a grain storage facility where the Spaniards barricaded themselves and used it as a fort. So one of the major turning points in the Independence War here. So this is the last stretch until we get to our hostel. It's back down that way. Such a complex city with, you know, different bridges linking different buildings and alleyways and short, tight little streets. There's even a very, very famous alley here called El Callejón del Beso, the alleyway of the kiss, where couples regularly go to, well, kiss. This is gonna be a great place to just go out for the night. I'm seeing all kinds of little bars, like very much like holes in the wall all around here. I'm really excited. That's gonna be the next video. Okay, so I've kind of been wandering around this alleyway trying to figure out where the hostel is. It turns out it's like right up here, this like little nook. So yeah, everything you just saw was just a walk from kind of like where the bus station is, a walk from one end of the centro to the other, and we have arrived. Oh my god, Guanajuato is just such a beautiful city. I would love to actually spend time here, just sinking time into my writing and like my other creative pursuits. That would be so amazing, especially in such a vibrant, creative, bohemian setting here. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, this introduction to this amazing city here in central Mexico. You should definitely add it for your bucket list if you are traveling in central Mexico, especially the San Miguel and the Querétaro area, or in Guadalajara at the other end of Guanajuato. So remember to like this video, subscribe to our channel, it really keeps us growing. Join this amazing community of ramblers and rovers from all over the world, just like you. More adventures await. So until the next one, adios amigos. Keep on rambling and roving. Hasta luego.